Well, good afternoon and welcome to Double K Home Projects. Well, I'm glad you're here today. We are getting ready to start back up on our basement project, and we have got a lot of cleanup to do before we get started. That's what I've been doing here lately, is just trying to get things organized again. Had to clean all my masks, get all that stuff back in order, and get all my cameras ready and all that stuff. This is a pretty big job. I've got this little bitty space right here that I'm working in, where I had built this wall, or filled in this hole in this wall, and I'm still going to be working in this little area. What I'm going to do is go from this area here over. I think I'm going to clean this all up where you come down the stairs here. And I'm going to get this all cleaned up and patched up. And I've got a lot of work to do to this whole area, really, because I'm going to take out this doorway. I'm going to leave a doorway here, but I'm thinking about just taking out, I've got this brick wall on this side. I know you can't see it right here, but I'll show it to you later, that I'm thinking about taking out and just supporting with big post or metal post, and that would open this up a little bit here. So we'll see if I get that done. I'm not going to be working on that right now. That's something I might be doing in the future. But I'm going to finish this wall all the way down to where there's a window down here that I'll show you here in a little while. There's a window down here. It used to be maybe a coal chute. I think it's actually a window, because this was the coal chute, the big hole in the floor or in the wall. That window back there it's kind of buttoned up. You can't get in and out of it right now. I'm going to reframe that and clean it all up, and I'm going to make it to where I can get in and out of that window, because like I said, I'm going to start digging out this floor in this crawl space. It's really not crawl space, it's a basement area, but it's a dirt floor in this part of it. I'm going to dig this out, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to try to cement that back up. So that'll be a lot of work, but I got to get rid of the dirt, and I don't want to be hauling it up the stairs in buckets. I may have to start that way just to get over there to it, but eventually I want to get that hole opened up so that I can get dirt out that way. It'd be a lot easier. I can set a chute up there and set my buckets up there and drag them out. So it'll keep me from having to carry so many buckets around. So with that, let's get started on this project again. Okay, the first thing we're doing today is we are getting ready to sweep a little bit. We're going to sweep around this wall and the floor, and we're just going to sweep just a little bit. So this might be a little bit loud, so you got to bear with me, okay? I think I'll change my wand here. Get a brush. Brush works a little bit better. So I'm going to put insulation up in here, up in the floorboard rafters. I got a platform right here I'm standing on too that I'm going to have to scoot out of here when I go to redoing. I may have to end up scraping some of this old mortar out. Sorry I don't have better camera angles for you. I literally have hardly any room in here to work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to chip some of this loose stuff out of there. So I'll be sweeping a lot. This is just my initial sweep here. Well, that looks pretty good there. All right, got a little bit more on the floor to sweep again there, but I think what we'll do is go ahead and scrape a little bit. Okay, well, I have decided to stop for the day, but before I do that, I want to show you what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to take off and go to lumberyard here in just a bit. I'm going to actually buy some foam, some styrofoam insulation, okay? And here I want to show you what we're getting ready to do, okay? So up in here, there is no insulation up in these floorboard rafters, whatever you want to call them, floor joists. Up against the plate, up in here, there's no insulation at all in this basement up there. And this basement really gets cold. So I am going to head out to the lumberyard and get me some 2-inch foam insulation. Then I'm going to look at the, what do you call it? Oh, the Great Stuff foam to like seal up like around the edges of the foam. I want to get one of them real long gun foam shooters, you know, that I can get back in there with, because it's going to be hard to do. So that is my plan next, and then that way I can get that sealed up in there. Then I can actually seal this thing up with that foam. So I will see you here very shortly. Okay, that's the small stuff. That's the large stuff right there. Let's go ahead and get the tailgate open. Let's see if we can't get it out. Check this stuff out here. Make sure it's good. It looks good enough. What do you think? Okay. All right, we got her. Let's head on back home now.
Made her back home. Looks like it made it. Hard to walk in all this snow. There we go. We're going to get her unloaded and in the garage. Okay, well, we're back. We made it to the lumberyard, got us some styrofoam. We checked out the great stuff. We didn't buy any, but I did buy a big, long applicator gun for the Great Stuff Pro. So we will be using that as soon as I get the new gun in. I ordered it, and then it should be here in the next couple days. So the reason I got that is because when I put the styrofoam up in these rafters up here, I'm going to be putting styrofoam up in here, okay? Up in these areas, right up in here. And then around the edges of it, if I don't get it tight enough, I'm going to put great stuff around the edges of that, okay? All around this basement plate, I'm going to be insulating that. So we've got the insulation for that. I'm going to get some great stuff here soon, and then we'll get started on that. At the same time, up here in that plate, there's, let me show you here. All around this plate, obviously there's no rock in here, and I'll probably build this out some more. I definitely have to put some rock up in there underneath that plate. I'm going to be sealing this plate here all the way around, so I'll probably end up throwing some mortar up in there, like right up in here. Can you see that up there? Right up in here, so that the air doesn't come through underneath the plate. And likewise on the outside, I'm going to go and mortar out there too and make sure I've got all the holes sealed up. So anyway, you see we've got quite the project to do here. We've got a lot of cleanup here to do and just scraping out some of the old mortar that's loose and putting brand new mortar in here. Kind of like this. I believe that's where we're going to end this video. Stay tuned, because in the next video here, we're actually going to start chipping away and cleaning and doing some mortaring, and we're also going to be doing some digging. Right where I'm standing is quite a bit of dirt. I've got to just take it slow and figure out what I've got to do, what I can do and what I can't do when I'm digging this out. I may end up with a water problem, is the reason I need to just be taking it slow, okay? So, but anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Stay tuned for more, because I've got a lot more to do. I'm glad you came today and checked me out and checked the channel out, and I appreciate every viewer. And with that, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.